All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, cats and cuties, overlords and overladies, and everything in between, to this week's episode of Mill Talk D&D Degenerates, Seraphall Rising. Last 2 weeks ago, we left off on a lovely campsite where they have finally met a shaman brownstone and they're being escorted to the nearest town. What lies in store for our group tonight? Is it death, destruction, or will they learn something a little bit about the world that they didn't know before? And with that being said, we begin our tale.
Can I make one remark about that pot?
What?
It could be anything and everything in between. Life and death that we run into.
Yeah.
Why not?
Just this Potter pool, after all.
It is
Exactly.
chaos.
Knowing Potter, it will be chaos.
It has to be chaos. Sorry. It has to be chaos.
As my nephew asked me, he's Markiplier, for God's sake.
I'm sorry, did I just get compared to Markiplier?
To who?
Because that's kind of a bar that's set really, really high. And I don't think I can achieve that level of cool.
Oh, if you tried hard enough, Potter, you could. If you tried hard enough. You know damn well you could.
Alright, so, after a long night's rest, you all awaken feeling refreshed.
So we got a long rest then.
Yes, you all got your long rest. Let's see here. Okay, Misty, as you turn over in your sleeping room. Oh.
So his.
Alright.
She can go.
Alright.
She's got a microphone on her headset.
Alright, well, as you flip over in your sleeping bag and you look out, you, see the charred remains of a flying head up against where the runic barrier is.
Ooh, crunchy.
It's safe as long as it doesn't have any shinies attached to it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Munchkin.
But yeah, so you wake up, you pack up, and you begin your journey once again towards Graveyard Port. And how do I do it? I just hit activate?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you get to Graveyard Port and you are at the south end of the map.
Let me check something.
I put the party marker there.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I was making sure you turned off token vision so everybody could actually see.
Mm-hmm. I found out token vision was on because I dropped the party token and all of a sudden I couldn't see shit.
Yeah.
It was a fun time.
Alright.
So, as you're approaching, Graveyard Port is a small city located on the eastern coast along the delta of the Whispering River. The city's main export is fish and the items that survive the shipwrecks. That being said, it is a fairly large town and fairly prosperous because of that. So, as you are escorted, because you are being escorted through the town,
Damn it.
you pass through the market. Well, there's a very important place you have to go first. You are brought through the market into the main square, and then over here, and then up a small path to the book hoard. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, book hoard is Old English for library
Okay.
or archives. So, as you are, this building acts as the sort of the hall of records and everything. So, as you enter, you're met by the sight of many people scurrying about. And everyone that you've passed seems to be armed with some sort of silver knife or a pistol. You're escorted to a room that says, with a little sign on it that says, "Orientation for new immigrants, required by law to attend."
The imprisonment for immigrants?
You're an immigrant to the new island, right?
Yeah,
You're not from here.
yeah. And you've already met a couple of the natives.
Right, Anthea? Ew. Cool.
So, as you are, all right, where's the journal?
I got a job to that.
Nope. Where is it? Nope, that's not it. I need that one. All right, so you've already heard the story of the Mijipeshu. Now you're going to get sort of a rundown of, at your level, what to do, what to expect, as far as, you know, the things that you haven't come across yet. So you learn about the Puckwidgies and how they are mischievous little fae and somewhat of a problem. You learn about the Sasquatches and the Skinwalkers. And you learn about a tribe to the north known as the Stoneclads. They are like giant people. You learn of the Thunderbird and its importance in keeping the land alive and how it brings the rains. You learn about the horned serpents in the ocean and the massive tortoise or turtle that's out, that sort of pops up from time to time along the edge of the coast. You also learn about things such as the Wendigo and what it takes. And then you are explained the importance of the next law. The Law of Silver. All silver must be turned in for weapons making, and this is because many of the creatures that they have explained to you can only be hurt by these weapons that are made from this silver. So silver as a currency is worthless. Only gold or copper is used.
Okay.
You are then brought out and brought to another room. Alright, so I'm going to need my spellcasters as you walk into this room to make me an Arcana check.
As a druid, would that be me?
Yes.
As a spellcaster?
Yep, if you
Got
cast
Arcana?
magic, do an Arcana check.
Okay. I don't know exactly how well the barbarian's gonna
Normal
do with this.
Arcana?
You don't need to make.
I'm a spellcaster.
Is it just a normal roll?
Yeah, just the normal Arcana should be under your
My
skills.
barbarian has speak
The
with animal
fuck, man?
descent.
What are these dice today?
I don't know. You tell
This
me.
is not starting good. Go away.
Once again, not forget.
Want me to roll for Arcana? Because I do cast spells.
Yeah, if you cast magic, roll for
Okay.
Arcana.
Odd for a barbarian to be
Please do,
casting
because
anything.
Right now, I suck.
Mine ain't better.
Oh,
No.
someone got a nat 20.
Someone got a nat 20. Godrim.
Godrum
I
did.
take that back. Apparently, I I thought I rolled an 8.
All right,
Oh,
so
you too. Oh no, Wolf got it.
Godrim,
You got the 21.
Godrim, you walk in and you instantly just like feel as if the entire room is just filled with magic, and it makes you you understand the magic as in you're gonna have no choice but tell the truth.
Oh, okay, lovely.
Everyone else who rolled, you understand that there's magic and you feel it. You really don't know it. Godrim, with yours, you also notice a bunch of fine runes sort of wrapped around the room
Okay.
in a series of 7 by 7. And with your magic, you are suspecting that this is what's causing the truthfulness. And this is why your backstories were important. Because now you're going to be brought up to this desk in the center, and there's going to be a guard there, and he's just going to look at you and every one of you and go, "What's your name, age, race, list of crimes before coming to Seraphall?"
I don't remember what my age was.
Back into your person.
So,
Wait.
for those of you that gave me your backstories,
Is most now.
yeah, most now. Anthea, of course, you wrongfully convicted of poisoning.
How are you,
You-
wrongfully convicted of poisoning? Explain that to me.
Hey.
Godrim
Let me-
refused
Wait a second,
unlawful.
Potter, let me explain.
Yeah,
Let me explain.
absolutely.
I tend to poison my victims with sharp implements because my sharp implements are coated in poison. The high-ranking official that I was accused of poisoning didn't have any fucking puncture marks on him. He was fed the poison, but because I was known as the local poison queen, that's why I got accused and convicted of murder when I didn't kill the fucker.
All right.
Yeah, Bird got
So-
convicted of a murder because because they wouldn't give up the shiny.
Yeah.
They had
Wolf.
3 shiny jewels at
Yeah.
mine now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The owl is a klepto.
Gotcha.
The shinier, the better.
A murdering klepto.
Yeah.
He will peck your eyes out.
Literally caps.
Raina, would you like to explain yours?
I got arrested because I refused to let them come in and destroy my home. They wanted to tear down my forest, and I wasn't going to let that happen. They told me to move, and I refused. They said they were going to arrest me if I didn't. I still refused.
Oh, she went the peaceful protest route.
No.
Fiddly-dee, I'm coming for your fucking knees.
I do believe I did try and attack the captain for it. I don't know if I wrote that down or not, but I tried to attack the captain, and he arrested me.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Protection.
I'm not sure what my age would be because I just looked up how old a snowy owl lives for. In the wild, it's 7 to 10 years, but in captivity, it's 30.
But what is the owl?
Well, you're
I'm
also
125 years old.
a druid with magic, so we'll say magic makes you live longer, a normal human lifespan.
Well, yeah, in the
It's
Harry
like-
Potter world, you can live to 120, so...
That's why I never put an age on my character
So-
sheet, 'cause I'm like, how would I calculate that crap?
Godrim, would you like to explain yours?
I was part of the military and refused orders to kill a friend, and that's how I ended up here. Because I refused to kill somebody.
All right. Dag, Galceris, and Bellenia.
Their ambition got them arrested.
All right, I'm gonna let you know right now, Dag. This is a 7x7 conjuncture of a zone of truth. There is no half truth. There is no omissions. There is no nothing.
Okay. Damn it, Connor.
How does
Come on,
this not the
say
party
anything.
road?
A little bit. Damn. No.
I gave you the hint of a 7x7 runic array of zone of truth.
I understand that, but I figured I could stretch it just a little bit because I'm not stretching
Apparently
nothing.
not.
I'm not
Nope.
lying technically.
They need to make for absolutely sure that you aren't too dangerous to just let loose into the general populace, even for this continent.
Yep.
That's why the zone of truth is so powerful.
Okay. Our ambition got us here. We decided that we were tired of the leadership in our guild. So we tried to stage a coup. But word got out, and some people were murdered, and we didn't do it. But we got blamed for it.
Alrighty.
I think I figured out how old my character's gonna be.
And Ghost.
Did you fall asleep on us?
No.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. I didn't fall asleep. My phone crapped out. All right, so my name's Marek. I have no memory of where I'm from. I was found wandering by a group of cutthroats and sell swords, and I didn't quite particularly get along with them, so I went to the next town. I lived there, and I joined the town guard. And while on duty, I was relieved. Went to sleep. I woke up, the city attacked, and I was blamed for leaving my post. And I got into a fight with the captain of the guard who blamed me, who was also the man who relieved me. And so I was wrongly convicted, and they tried to sentence me to death because of the deaths that ensued in the attack. I was accused of leaving my post, and I never left it until I was properly relieved, and I ended up here. That's it.
Alright, Wolf.
I was accused of murdering somebody. I can't remember the whole background. I was accused of murdering somebody. Noble I didn't even go after.
Alright. So, after they peer your stories, they write out, they give you a little identification card, and of course you trade in all your old weapons, and they ask if you have any silver on you that you found. You're still in the zone of truth. Just a warning.
I don't have any silver on me. All I have is my sword.
I will have to hand up. Well, being in the zone of truth, I hand up the raw silver that I had found.
Alrighty. Alright, so how much was that silver again?
You didn't say. It just said that I had the amount of raw silver I had found was equivalent to 50 pieces.
Alright, okay, so in exchange, they hand you 50 gold for the silver.
Okay.
And they offer to trade in your equipment for new weapons that's infused with the silver, so everyone gets a +1 weapon of what they had before.
I want to keep. I want to keep my bow though. I don't want to trade in my bow. I'll trade in my arrows, but I'm not giving up my bow.
Mhm. Well, your dagger you could choose for the silver weapon.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
it would. Essentially, it's the +1, so that way it's magical in nature.
Okay.
Here's the question: is it all the weapons that we have, or just one weapon?
Pick one weapon.
Okay, thank you. Because rogues get several weapons. That's why I'm
Yep.
asking.
Yep, you get to pick one weapon that becomes a +1. And you have to, and that's
That'll be
basically
my-
you trading it in.
So, in my case, it'll just be my short sword gets to a +1.
Yeah, or your
That's the only weapon I have.
your starting weapon. What's your starting weapon as your class?
It would have been a great axe.
Okay, you would get a +1 great axe instead.
How do I edit it for my scimitar? So that's what I'm gonna go with.
Naturally,
I'm
we
gonna
look
do my
what
scimitar.
gear.
Okay,
Pilot
so
third.
you should be on D&D Beyond, or if you're on here, you're on Foundry, aren't you?
I'm on both. I do both.
Okay, so you can edit it in D&D Beyond, and then we can import it later.
Inventory, scimitar. I
Okay,
gotta remember
here's
how
the
to.
question: if I wanted to keep the bow, and would I be able to make that a +1, or would it be the arrows that are a +1?
Well, it's the weapon itself that becomes +1.
It would be the bow.
I don't.
And how do we make that change?
Yeah.
For right now, if you want to reflect it in your
I can go through and add it to people's
yeah.
in D&D Beyond forum. So
Yeah, go ahead and do that. They can send you a message of what weapon they'd want to be +1. And I'll continue the story while you do all that.
Yep. You want the rapier +1 or something else? Anthea.
It's going to be the dagger.
The dagger. Okay.
Yep.
I got mine set up.
Okay.
Oh, took the short bow +1, and the other one took a rapier +1.
Yep.
I'll tell you.
I sent you a message to Wolf.
Okay.
I already did mine, so mine's good.
All right.
I'll just change it to the dagger +1.
All right.
Potter, are we getting all of our starting gear or just one weapon?
All your starting gear, and then your one weapon gets to be the
Okay.
+1.
Potter, you said that for the silver that I handed over, I received 50 gold piece for.
Yeah, because it's 50 gold worth of silver that you found.
I did add that to my inventory on Foundry, since I can't figure out how to do it on Beyond yet. Foundry seems to be easiest for me to navigate, so.
Oh, my back.
For the gold on your inventory page at the top for D&D Beyond, where it says weight carried, there's you got a 10 gold already. So you just go in there and add 50 to it, so you got 60 gold.
Now, when you say all starting equipment, Potter, are you including thieves' tools for the rogues and all that?
Yes. I mean, this is a continent of criminals. They will hand here. Use your skills. Just, don't fuck over the continent.
Okay, so I can go through basically on mine is starting and then get all my other starting gear, correct?
Yeah, you get all your thieves tool. You get a thieves toolkit.
Well, I'm just going through the inventory and I can get all my starting equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even hide the fact that this is a continent of criminals and cutthroats and thieves. it takes whatever you can for everyone to survive as a group on this continent, and it shows in how everyone seems to be watching each other's backs. Even during the day in the middle of a city, everyone seems to be slightly on edge and ready for anything.
I don't remember how to transfer the stuff over.
I'm taking care of it.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm updating.
So, has
So
everyone
many
chosen their
characters.
stuff?
Yep.
All right.
Getting there.
Yep, I did.
All right. So, you step out of the book horde, and you realize that you guys don't have a job. Or anything to make money, for that matter. Except the skills that you came with. Now you have a couple of choices. Go out among the city and look for a job, or go back into the book horde and ask.
I'll go back to the book horde and ask. There's got to be a need for somebody to poison around here somewhere.
Right. I'm
Uh,
gonna go ahead.
With you, Anthea.
well, so the 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 librarian, he kind of looks at you, adjusts his glasses a little bit, and goes, "Well, I don't know about poisoning anything, but I know that the neighborhood watch has been complaining about some morons or something or another on the roads disrupting stuff. You could probably try there."
Okay, can you point me to where I could possibly find some plants that are indeed poisonous? Because I'm new to this continent, obviously.
Oh,
And I need to coat my weapons in poison.
oh dear, don't worry about that. The neighborhood watch will get you. Well, they'll be able to. They're the neighborhood watch. They look all over. They look after the city for everybody. If they don't know where it is, you're never gonna find it.
Wheat.
I am also. Rhea speaks up. I'm looking for some different armor, some possibly bone-studded armor.
Bone studded,
Where would I go to acquire?
bone studded. I don't know about bone studded. But you could try the
A
armory.
natural base art. Okay.
Um, but what? So what do you do, sweetie? What do you do? What's your
druid.
shtick?
I'm a druid.
You're a druid. Oh, okay. In that case, here's what you need to do. You need to get a hold of the Thunder Watch. They're the biggest group of druids on this continent.
Okay. Thank
When
you.
you got Fierce and Bella Letty are walking back in too. That's going to be an interesting conversation.
So, the Thunder Watch, basically, all they do is their job is to their job is essentially to make sure that, nature doesn't try and kill us as fast as it normally does around here,
Oh, don't you know? Why does he have a Minnesota accent?
I was asking the same thing.
Don't you worry about it.
I swear if you start saying A, I'm
That
done.
makes me worry about it.
Right. I'm kind of waiting for him to say A at the end of it.
So am I.
Minnesota.
I'm waiting for the bird to go over and try to pick his nose to see if he had a clogged nose or something for talking funny.
I
He
nod
said,
and
don't
thank
you worry
her and
about it. I'm just thinking, okay, now I'm worried about it.
Wow. We start talking shit over a character. This
So he's just gonna go. You go over to the neighborhood watch and talk to Grandma Rosie. Oh, and be sure to get some of her cookies. They're absolutely amazing. They're the most famous in the whole city.
I don't know if that's Wisconsin or Scottish.
He's trying to. He's trying his hardest to do a very broken Irish broke,
Yeah.
and it's not coming out right. It's coming out as a Minnesota
It's
accent.
well,
Yes.
of course it's a Minnesota sweet accent. Dis that and the other thing.
Fucking Potter, god damn it.
It's not just it's not just Minnesota. It's eastern South Dakota too. And actually, if you must know, this is somewhat of my actual original accent. I just, forced myself to stop talking like this because I kept getting made fun of it in high school.
They had high school back in this age.
Big summer blow.
No, that's out of character. I actually forced myself out of the
Oh.
East South Dakota Swede accent.
Oh, okay.
I mean, some people around Boston ask me what country I'm from. They say I have an accent. I'm like, Missouri, bumbfuck nowhere.
Okay, so
Sorry.
all right.
Well, better than having a Bostonian accent or a Pawtucket accent.
What do you an accent is? I can't fuck you. What ain't an accent? It's a fucking whole ass attitude.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions for the librarian at the book hoard?
He actually wrote that they're gonna come up and talk to him.
Oh God, no.
Oh no.
How can I help you, sweeties?
Well, let's see here. I'm pretty good with poisons, but I'm also good with alchemy. My sister here, she's good at forgery and making disguises. And let's see, what was the other thing, dear? But she's also good with making poisons too. So,
Well, I personally don't know anybody that does poisonings. But like I said, if you're looking for work, the neighborhood watch will have you covered.
yeah, but
What about
where could I find people of the ill report?
He's just gonna go, Oi! Who here has a connection with those of ear report? Raise your hand. You look around, and everybody in the room has their hand raised.
Prison Island?
Yeah, but there's always those that are meaner than the rest.
Oh, sweetie. Those are the ones that don't get allowed to live here. In fact, if you were one of those people, you wouldn't have lived through in-processing. And he just gives you this coy little smile as he says that. He's like, you think that was just a zone of truth, do ya?
No, I don't think it was. Beardy.
Nope. I'm just kidding.
May not be a magical person, but I somewhat understand.
Okay. So, yeah, those type of people aren't allowed to live on this continent because they cause problems. And making waves gets a lot of people killed. You should ask old Jimbo over there about what happened at Earth Eater.
Then the neighborhood watch. Who do we need to talk to?
Oh, Grandma Rosie. Just ask, make sure you get her famous cookies because they are the best cookies in the whole city, hands down. She heads up the whole neighborhood watch.
What's a cookie?
A cookie.
A cookie. He's like, it's made with flour and sugar and chocolate sometimes, if we can manage to get that on a shipwreck.
They are looking at him like he's crazy. They have no idea what a cookie is.
Okay, think a really hard piece of cake, but it's very delicious.
We can't.
Oh, fuck me. You just go and ask her for a cookie. God damn it.
God damn it. Buck has already picked this man up.
Where's the neighborhood watch located then?
He's going to point to a board on the opposite end of the desk that you guys are at, and he's going to go, check that map. They've got all the important buildings and important areas in the city marked.
I'm gonna ask you about anything.
You can't point us in the right direction. You're gonna make me work for nothing. Not even gonna pay.
She's gonna ignore that, and who is gonna try and talk to the librarian next?
I was.
Hold up, let me.
I'm sorry, Potter.
Merwin.
Okay, all right. Who was it? It was Lone Cloud,
Merwin,
yeah. And
yeah.
Who else?
Phantom.
Okay, Phantom first, because Miriam has already talked to her a little. Talked to the librarian a little bit. So Phantom first.
I was just gonna ask him if there's any assassins here.
I'm sorry. Could you're like really tinny in my ears right now. I don't know if it's your end or my end.
Hold on, Potter.
Oh, now that's good.
You hear me better now?
Yeah, that's better. That's much better.
Okay. It was my headset. It was being stupid. I was gonna ask him if he knew where any of the assassins were on this continent.
Oh. There's always room for people who are getting hired to get blood on their hands. It's just you're not going to be hunting other people.
Okay.
For the most part. Remember that in-processing that you just went through?
Yeah?
You'll be sent to hunt those eventually.
Okay. Hey, where the fuck do I go for that?
Well, you gotta start small. Trust me.
Okay.
So, yeah, right now, with what you're at and how you know this continent works, I'm afraid sending you after a Wendigo is just gonna get you put in a box in the ground very quickly. Or worse.
The neighborhood watch did?
Yes, go ahead. They should have all sorts of jobs that should be fairly safe-ish, maybe.
So talk to Grandma Rosie about her cookies?
Talk to Grandma Rosie and get some cookies, yes.
Okay.
Tiny little bird would like a job where she goes and finds shiny.
Okay, could you repeat that? My headset went dead for a moment. Loretta? Hold up. I'm muted. Hold up. Okay, there it is. My chat, just the chat died on me. What were you saying? What were you saying?
The bird said she would there somebody to talk to about looking for silver.
Oh. Okay, so what you want to do is when you find silver, you take it to the armory and they'll pay you for it. We paid for it initially here, but the armory is where you're going to get where they're actually going to need it the most, because that's where they make all the weapons and ammunition to make everything to help kill things that can't be hurt with normal weapons.
Okay. I shall hunt down the shiny.
Okie dokie. All right. Has anyone else want to talk to the librarian?
I just wanted to know if there was a portable map because this halfling needs a smaller to be able to read it.
He's gonna sit there and he's gonna go down underneath. You're gonna hear rustling of paper. You're gonna hear it's like, well, get out of there, you little shit. And you're gonna see this rat come flying over the counter at high speeds. And then he's gonna pop up and he's going to unravel this little scroll, and it goes, it's not the most accurate map, it's just, but this is, and he hands you a map, a basic map of the Seraphall continent, with the major cities marked. So I'm going to drag everyone over there for a moment. And if you want to zoom out as much as you can. So, we're right over here. It's Graveyard Port. Now, where your ship was likely going before you crashed was over here, Prison's End. That's a few hundred miles up north of north from the coast. All right. This here is the capital. It's of Seraphall. That's where the Empress lives. She's a really cool lady if you ever get a chance to meet her. Now, the Screaming City over here. The Screaming City, that's for the people who want to sit there and try and explore the wall. You end up there, and you try and cross the Screaming Sands, and you try and get on the other side of the wall. Most people turn around at about the halfway point, or they're never seen again. Now, Earth Eater, don't go there. Don't go there. That is a nest of Algorinos, and they will eat you before you even have a chance to get to a safe spot above ground. I swear, the things follow you by your footsteps.
Someone's snoring.
Dang. You were snoring.
No, I was just breathing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it sounded more like snores.
So.
It was like, what the?
No, I've been stuffed up, so.
Oh, okay.
Now, avoid the Howling Forest for now. That's where a vast majority of like the Wendigos and the Skinwalkers are. You don't want to go up there. That place will kill you dead. And definitely, avoid Siren's Gulf. We don't know why, but no one ever comes back from there. And don't ask me about the people that live in Dead Sea. They're all fucking insane.
So is there any place we can go?
No.
Well, I mean, you can
anywhere you want.
Anywhere you want.
It just depends on what version of Dead you want.
Yeah, just,
Okay.
This is why you gotta start out small. Do the small jobs first. Get used to living here, and then you should be able to, spread your wings and fly.
Well, I'm big and strong and I like breaking things, but I ain't got wings to fly.
You didn't drink your Red Bull?
No.
Red Bull went back at this time.
So, he rolls the scroll back up and he hands it to you, Anthea. And he hands it to Marin. And goes, here you go, dear. I hope that helps.
I give him a little curtsy and a smile, and I say thank you.
No problem. Now go on, Scott. We got other people to help with. You see a...
You too, bud.
Don't crush that smile.
So, as you guys... Anyone else have any more questions for the librarian? Last call?
At the moment.
I suppose I'm just supposed to go to the neighborhood watch you.
Oh, yeah. And remember,
yeah.
ask Grandma Rosie for her cookies. Best in the city, don't you know?
I don't want
Are
no.
they really that fucking good?
I have seen people stab a bitch over them, okay?
Okay then. Okay then.
That sounds like drugs. I just say no to drugs.
No, fuck that.
All
It's
right.
drugs.
Is Grandma Rosie the sugar crack dealer?
Grandma Rosie is like the... Okay, if she was... Okay, she's based off of my own grandma. A sort of a blend of both my grandmas. And
Why is one meaner than the other one is?
quite honestly, they my grandma's baking was amazing. All right, you can't convince me otherwise. It was the best ever. So
You don't know the sugar crack dealers
yeah,
reference. Girl Scout cookies.
yeah, Girl Scout cookies. Yeah,
They're sugar crack.
exactly.
Saw a video.
So
His army commander sent his men out to a Girl Scout cookie compound. Like, go buy cookies now.
Yeah, but they're not the same anymore. They're not made with real Girl Scouts.
Okay.
Anyways, moving forward.
So as you guys go to leave, you hear a tortured scream come from the room with the zone of truth, and you just hear muttering. It's like, oh, looks like there was another bad egg.
Damn.
Aren't we all bad eggs?
That one was
No,
just
no.
exceptionally bad.
Yeah,
If you were in committed certain crimes,
certain crimes involving children, human trafficking, or
mass murder.
or like serial killer, like
So the shit that I'd hunt down
yeah.
Right.
back on the
I
mainland.
killed one. I only killed one noble. He wouldn't get it shiny.
Yeah. No, that's just psychopathic. They're talking like true sociopaths and, other crimes of other nature that if I were to mention by name on Twitch, I would get permabanned immediately.
They get you in isolation from everybody else.
Right. So you get put in isolation. You get magically made.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get unmade. You get unmade.
Yeah, you get magically unmade.
You get magically.
You thought power word kill was bad. This was power word nothing.
Power word erase.
Yeah, erase their existence.
Yeah. Thou art dust, and to dust you shall return.
Control Alt
Right.
Delete.
We are made from dust.
They
and we
catch
shall
fireball
return.
inside.
Control Alt Delete.
So,
Fireball from
Did you
inside
call
the
my
body.
owl a psychopath?
Yes.
Yes, he did. And it fits your owl wonderfully.
yes. A little...
I only killed one person.
A
He
lot...
had a really big shiny gem.
Exactly. You killed him over a
Without giving up.
shiny. You're a fluffy, feathery little fluffing
Oh, you
psychopath.
fart dragon.
So, you guys make your way over to the neighborhood watch. And you enter, and you see this really old, hunched over fire genasi. And she just kind of adjusts her glasses and goes, "Oh, who's over there?" Who is it?
Not with the accent again, god damn it.
Oh,
Oh no,
Grandma
it's
Rosie. What's the matter? I want 2 cookies.
Oh, are you new arrivals?
Yes! Yes, we are!
Okay, so
Oh,
she turns around and she goes over to the brick oven and she puts her hands in it, and you just see this jet of fire just really quick. And she goes, "Let me warm them up for you real quick." And then she pulls out this platter and she puts it on there, slides it up, and goes, "Okay, tell Grandma Rosie why you came here. Sit down, sit down."
what are you, beef? Came here for cookies.
Hey!
You gotta let him warm up, dear. So why
Warm
else
up
would
in-
you come here? Most people who I don't recognize you, so you must be new here.
Hey, we're new.
Or new. Oh, I see. You must be looking for a job.
Yeah!
No, I'm looking for a hook.
So she sits there, she kind of shuffles over and pulls this book off the shelf, and it's probably the size of her head. And she slams it on the table with a loud thud and opens it up and starts flipping through it. And she goes, "Oh, here we go. Here's a good job for you. Looking at you, nice strapping bucks. All right. Well, all right, yeah. All right, the Seraphall Rangers, my old crowd, you know. They need some help. They've got a bit of a bandit problem on the road. They got a big old bandit problem on the road towards Lake Town. Need someone to take care of them.
Okay.
I'm sure 8 people such as yourselves would be no problem for it, but I would advise caution. Several Seraphall Rangers have already died trying to take these people out. So I would advise approaching this with caution." And then she goes over, she pulls off the platter of cookies, and she puts them down. And she goes, go on, have a cookie.
I'm just gonna grab all the cookies off the platter.
She's gonna before you even have a chance to take more than one cookie, this hand's just gonna whip out and wrap you, and it's gonna be the handle of a pistol that hits the back of your hand and goes, "Leave some for the rest, dear."
Damn! Grandma Rosie, you got your ass real quick.
The old spatula stunt.
Yeah, except this time it was with the hand. You got pistol whipped.
At least you want the grandma slipper turn corners, okay?
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
So she passes out cookies, and they are like the best cookies you've ever had. Even if you've never had cookies before, you know that these will be the best cookies you've ever had. And she watches the rogues look at the cookies with suspicion. And she goes, "Dear, if I wanted to hurt you, I would have done so already. Eat the cookies."
Sorry, not trusting. We have our reasons.
You break this old woman's heart.
Cookies already.
Yeah, we broke our mother's heart too. Not too upset about it.
I'd laugh.
Okie dokie. If you insist, dears, I suppose. Now, I'm gonna need Galceris and Bellenia to make a perception check.
Okay. Ducky, let's see. Perception on that one. Doesn't look like she sees shit. Uh-oh. Damn, nothing gets by Galceris. Holy shit.
So, Galceris notices just over Grandma Rosie's shoulder as she's giving them this very innocent, kind little grandma smile. You notice that there's a slight glint in her eyes that speaks of something dangerous. And over her shoulder, you see the same symbol that was found on the coin you found. And she just goes, "If I wanted to hurt you, dears, I would have done so already. Take a cookie. I insist."
Galceris will whisper to Bellolenia what she sees. They will both take a cookie, but Bellolenia has a huge shit-eating grin on her face right now. Like she won the golden ticket.
Now, Anthea, go ahead and make me a perception check as well.
She said she was stepping away.
Oh yeah, she was, wasn't
Yeah.
she?
Yeah, she said she'd be right back.
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
just doing 5 different things at once,
Yeah.
like always.
Yeah.
Did my roll go through?
No, I don't see
Not
it.
yet.
Not yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
There it is.
There it goes.
Okay, so with your perception check, you notice the exchange and you notice the symbol on the wall, but you don't really know what it means yet. Because, the other two rogues haven't shared it with you. But something about the symbol puts
Speaks to me?
it's sort of. It's like, that's interesting. I'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Can I point
She'd
out the
probably-
symbol to the other 2 rogues?
She'd probably see the way Bellolenia smirks.
Yeah, you're seeing the exchange. You're seeing their reactions to the symbol that they're seeing, but you don't know the importance of the symbol, or you just know that some important exchange went along, and it has something to do with the underworld section.
Okay.
This is
I
your
asked Grandma if there's like a sketchbook.
a sketchbook.
A sketchbook.
Oh, a sketchbook. Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. She kind of reaches down. She goes, "Here you go, sweetie. You look a little old to be enjoying coloring, but who am I to judge?" And she hands you a piece of charcoal and then a sketchbook.
Well, I appreciate you thinking that I'm older than I look.
You're not the first
How'd life
halfling
do
I've
that
come
to ya?
across.
But no, it's just so that I can keep an accurate record of the interesting things that I see, and then I sit down someplace and I start sketching that symbol so that I can commit it to memory.
Okay. Go ahead and okay, what would that be? Are you trying to copy it exactly?
Just rough.
Just a rough? Okay, make me a sleight of hand check. You managed to get a rough drawing of the symbol.
Cool.
So she goes, "Okay, now that you've filled your bellies with some cookies, the armory is where you're gonna find the Seraphall Rangers and the Seraphall Knights. They should be able to give you the down low on what you need to get. on what you need to find.
Okay.
Okay.
So, any more questions for Grandma Rosie before?
Yeah, who are these Seraphim Rangers? What's their deal?
Oh, yeah, okay, dear. The Seraphall Rangers, basically, there's not enough knights to go around protecting everybody, so a bunch of concerned third parties got together and sort of started taking common sense law into their own hands. And when Eleanor Seraphall came, roughly, when did she come? Let me see. 300 years ago is when she first arrived at the continent. The Rangers and the Knights all worked together to unify the continent, and they sort of roam the outskirts, sort of acting as judge, jury, and sometimes even executioner if need be. And I used to run with that crowd. Really rowdy bunch. Really fun group. But essentially, their jobs are to uphold the law of the continent, the laws on the books. And she just kind of winks when she says the laws on the books.
I get you. I may be big, but I'm not dumb.
So, any more questions?
Oh, where would I find the Thunderwatch?
Oh, the Thunderwatch. Oh, you could try the Spirit Sanctuary. I think I saw a couple of them in here. They usually travel in twos. They've been really agitated for some reason, though. Not really sure why.
Right. Thank you, Grandma Rosie.
You called names like Thunder Ties and shit like that.
Well, I mean, you could certainly try, but the last person I saw that insulted a Thunderwatch to their face like that, and it actually did manage to irritate them a little bit. Oh, they had a bald spot on the top of their head from a bolt of lightning.
Or some animal trying to eat their head.
I'm a chaotic neutral character, and I have a very dark and macabre sense of humor.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of shit you can get from me.
Yep.
Like, just make sure you get to know the person before you start throwing those jokes around.
So Lenny is gonna walk up to her.
What's the fun with that?
Fellow Lenny is gonna walk up to her and whisper the name of that group in her ear and say, "Where can we find them?"
Oh dear. You don't find them. They find you. And the Shadow Legion doesn't exist.
He whispers in her ear, "I have a coin that says otherwise."
Just a mere child's fantasy, I assure you. And she just gives you a sly smile.
Let's look at her and go, "Lady, I know you're shit, but I understand it. Where I'm from, we have these little secret organizations that don't exist either."
If hypothetically, if an organization such as the Shadow Legion existed, you'd need to prove your worth first. They don't just let anyone willy-nilly in that just happens across a coin. and didn't die upon touching it. Hypothetically speaking, of course.
Okay, so how does one prove themselves?
You'll know when the opportunities arise.
Everybody's speaking riddles.
Well, if everyone knew what was being said, it wouldn't be very secret, now would it?
Well, the librarian was speaking in. You're speaking in riddles.
I like you, Grandma.
I don't.
She's just
Like a friend of mine.
she's just gonna pat Bellenia's head and go, "Bless your heart, dear."
Oh, you
Now-
mean the black one I have?
Now go on.
Leave Grandma alone.
You'll find out a lot more sooner than you think. It's okay.
And it's funny. I'm not the one you need to be scared of.
I get
Oh,
the feeling
I thought
that
it was
Grandma
for me.
doesn't trust anybody.
Yeah, she's just like as soon as you say, "I'm not the one you need to be
Wasn't
scared
saying
of."
it to Grandma.
Oh,
She wasn't saying it to Grandma. She was saying it to the wise ass.
ah.
I'm not afraid.
So, anyone else have anything that they would like to ask Grandma Rosie or talk to Grandma Rosie about that hasn't spoken up yet?
Nope.
Okie dokie.
Nope.
Does Grandma Rosie have shinies in her building?
We're already headed to the freaking armory. They're the ones I'm supposed to bring the shiny to, so.
I mean, there's no silver. There's no silver anywhere. I mean, there's little, like, glass and porcelain, and it's your stereotypical grandma's, house kind of looking thing that you were brought into in the neighborhood watch
Crystal.
compound.
My grandma was not stereotypical. She liked to toss ping pong paddles at your ass.
Yeah, she's your stereotypical Midwestern grandma that has the antiques everywhere. And you see like little painted portraits of like a younger Fire Genasi female in a Seraphall Ranger's outfit with a group of people.
But does she have a crystal chandelier in her house?
No.
Or a bunch
She's
of
not.
crystals?
No.
Darn.
Western Grandma.
I wanted to have the owl roll for Klepto.
Nah,
Control Klepto.
Nah, Midwestern grandma. So it's
The white porcelain with the blue ink.
yeah, the white porcelain with the blue ink.
Oh, my grandma had that crap.
Yeah. And then of
The
course,
only normal about her is that and her obsession with Elvis.
My grandma lived in a little 2-bedroom cottage, and she had a fucking chandelier, crystal chandelier.
Yeah.
Grandparents are alive, so I'll go ahead and enjoy your story.
Yeah. Oh.
Mine's dead too, and one of them I'm pretty glad about.
So, yeah, when I said she is based off of both my grandmas, the baking for one side and sort of the devil may care attitude kind of a thing, but always very helpful, was both of them. The military-esque background would be my grandma on my dad's side. She was actually a drill instructor during World War II.
So in other words, don't fuck with Granny.
Yeah, don't fuck with Granny.
Granny whoop that ass if Granny need to.
That sounds like the old Asian grandmas type of person.
No, that would be
The little one, the little tiny ladies. You're like, she's so nice.
That's
Till
the
you
old
fuck up.
5 foot nothing.
Yep.
great grandpa was 6'6", big blonde German fucking Marine, and grandma ruled the roost, made that motherfucker humble as shit.
Yeah, because Munchkin's other, well, would have been her great grandmother, was one of the supervisors for Quad City's armory during World War II. So ammunition. She was a Grandma Rosie, all right.
Yeah.
With
And
large,
and Rosie, I just took and was like, the Rosie the Riveter thing. So.
Yep. And I would also the Midwest Grandma with a side of large side of Baptist.
Yeah.
Not quite that judgmental.
Don't tell my grandpa.
So.
No, it's grandpa.
Does anyone else have anything for the neighborhood watch that they want to ask at the neighborhood watch?
No.
Okay, so where would you like to go next? The Armory or Spirit Sanctuary?
Armory and then Spirit Sanctuary for me, because I need to get better armor.
Okie dokie.
We're gonna go to Lone Cloud. Do we want to try and see what we can find at the market? And kind of winks at her.
We have shenanigans in viewing.
You are very right, Munchkin.
Anthony?
Very right.
Anthea?
Yes.
The other two rogues looked at you and went, "Do we want to go see what we can find at the market?" And she winks at you.
Sure.
There's some shit
You
starting.
think thieves can't? You damn well know what she's trying to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna go and make money the way they know how, pickpockets.
Exactly. Well, plus we need to find a couple of kits too.
Maybe I'll get lucky and find a key again.
Oh my god.
Could we not induce that level of shenaniganry yet?
Yes.
Yet.
Now,
Yeah,
rogues,
wait,
remember
I have to-
you have a bird with bird ears without ears, so an owl.
What the fuck?
So the owl's calling like, ooh, they go in searching for shiny.
We're actually in a. Yeah, it's true. We are outside. But Potter, think about this. You now have 3 rogues going to the marketplace to find Mark.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you've got 3. Okay. So do we want to do it that way? Do we want to do it that way?
Do what?
Do the rogues want to go off and to the market, and do the rest want to go to the armory, or do we want to, because you're fairly safe within the city.
Well,
I will tell you that. All
I
right.
want to go pick
Okay.
Rogues want to go make some money.
So the rogues are going to go to the market. Who's going to the armory?
Well, Rhea. So Rain.
Godrum.
Okay,
I
Godrum,
go to the market.
Rain.
I don't
Okay.
have any silver to trade, so.
Okay, so bird and rogues at the market, and everyone else is going to the armory, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So
The bird's going with the rogues.
yep. So let me see here. I'm going to
As long as the bird don't fuck with our shinies, it won't get its wings clipped.
Okay, so
What
armory
I find is
first.
mine and what you find is yours.
Armory first.
You take my shit, I bite.
Damn.
You take our shit, we cut your wings off. I think we'd win.
All right.
Oh, this is. Oh, Loretta, we're gonna have fun, you and me. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
So,
Let the shenanigans begin.
okay, so the armory. You guys get to the armory, and you're greeted by a man in leather armor, a human male in leather armor, with a Seraphall Ranger medal on him, and a hulking brick shithouse of a dragonborn in plate armor.
Ooh.
Rhea
We
gives
did
a polite
fruit squad.
bow.
And
Says hi.
it's so the ranger goes, okay, they call me big, they call me big, and they call him slim. How can we help you?
Hold on, I gotta write this down.
I'll be back.
Okay, so Rhea pipes up and says that she is looking for some upgraded armor, particularly all natural, bone studded if they have it.
Bones. I wouldn't know about that. That sounds like a druid question.
It's a druid question.
You know, hey, a tiny, hey, hey, Slim,
leather.
hey, Slim, did you happen to see old Leroy down at the down at Spirit Sanctuary? And Slim just kind of turns and just gives a small nod, and then turns back and starts looking back out at the crowd. He goes, oh yeah, okay, yeah, cool, all right, yeah. So definitely go down to Spirit Sanctuary and you can find him. Just try looking for old Leroy.
Old Leroy?
Old Leroy. Come to think of it, I think Shaman Brownstone probably would be around there too. I heard that he was back in town. And he looks, he goes, did you hear that? Did you hear anything about that, Slim? And Slim once again turns, gives a small nod, then turns back and looks out. He goes, so how can we help the rest of you?
Any jobs for an assassin to do?
Well, you're the direct kind, aren't you?
Fuck it, I'll work field flop.
Okay, all right.
Don't you think?
There is a small fortress between here and Lake Town. A group of
annoying individuals.
Let's just say that that group of bandits, they don't play by the rules, and they started getting into some dealings of an unnatural nature. So yeah.
Okay. I don't play by the rules either.
Definitely, I would recommend approach it with caution. As far as our investigations have shown, and that's just, the preliminary as close as we can get without getting caught and killed by these things. And, wildlife being what it is. And he sort of gives a grin. He goes, we can only tell that there's one entrance for sure that we can tell. But then again, we did have to sneak up on a cloudless, on a cloudy, moonless night and try to stake the place out in order to avoid getting spotted. So,
okay. Thanks.
Roughly how far away is this location?
I'd give it a good. Yeah, you might want to stock up on supplies. It's a good 4 or 5 days down the road if you walk.
Okay then.
And then you go down the road for a good 4 or 5 days, and then it's about a day's ride. It's about a day's walk off the road. You really kind of can't miss it. It's the trail is still fairly well used. They don't even really bother hiding.
Okay then. I'm gonna turn to look at Godrum and be like, "You coming with?"
Let's get the rest of the party before we go off causing mischief.
All right.
It's shenanigans.
No, you know what you're talking about is not shenanigans. What you're talking about is murder. There is a difference.
It's my shenanigans though.
Is it murder or is it government sanctioned assassination?
Government.
Whatever you hey, murder is still murder, no matter how you spin it.
Hey, I can spin it like this. I was employed to do it. I am getting paid to kill those people.
So, anyone else have any other questions for the armory?
Yeah. For the third time, Merrick would like to know how he can go about getting a full set of plate armor, like the Dragon Ball in front of him.
Well, you could certainly buy it. It's going to be expensive. Or if you deal with the bandit problem, we could probably part with it for a heavy discount.
Huh?
Point me towards the bandit problem. Let me loose.
He's gonna go. Do you have a do you happen to have a map on you?
We did.
No, I don't.
But the
Okay.
other bar rogue has it.
Okay.
The
well,
rogues have it.
Well, you know what? Here, he's gonna pull out his map and he's gonna sit there. He's gonna. All right. So you don't have a map. Let me point out to you. All right. So we're here, and he's gonna point to Graveyard Port, and he goes, "Here's Lake Town." Now the road, and he's gonna draw his finger along where the road goes, and he's gonna go. You're gonna travel along this road here for about 4 days on foot. You're gonna come to like a sort of a crossing, a three-way crossing sort of thing.
Okay.
And you're going to turn off the path, and you're going to travel for about another day before you get, and you'll see the fort. You really can't miss it. It's pretty much the only plateau in the entire area. Kind of hard to miss it. It's got a couple of it's got a gate with a couple of nooses. Poor Lenny.
So wait, this is going towards Lake Town or going up towards Deadholm?
It's going towards Lake Town.
Going towards Lake.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same group which both were told about. Okay.
Yeah. It's the same bandit problem. It's
The one that me and Godrum's going to.
Right.
yeah.
Who's out?
So, any other questions?
When do we leave?
All right. Well, okay. So we're gonna go on break, and then we'll come back to the rogues at the market.
Okay.
If no one has any more questions for the armory.
Tyler, the way you said that was almost.
I
like
have a question for the armory. Do they happen to have any more javelins?
I think we got a couple extra that you can, have.
What about bolts for a crossbow?
Bolts for a crossbow. You could go down to the market. They're I believe they're 1 gold for full pack. For full 30 you can get for gold. Not very cheap for them to make, because the wood and stuff is everywhere.
Yeah, okay. I can do that.
How
We
many
sort of
javelins?
have to sell weapons cheap here because if no one could afford to defend themselves, we'd all be dead.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head to the market and get some silver tip crossbow bolts.
Okay, well, all right. So
How many javelins do I get?
he quite literally hands you 2.
Okay, 2 it is. I'm up to 6.
All right. So with that, we're gonna take a break, and then we'll go to the rogues shenanigans in the market.
Hunter, why do you sound so scared when you say that? Like, we're gonna go deal with the 3 crazy people in the marketplace.
Oh, which reminds me, I need to find rum.
Oh dear Lord, that's right.
3 of the 4 people at the market. One's a fucking murder hobo.
Yep.
Actually, the actual murder hobo is actually Galceris.
So
So 2
we
of
will go on a break for let's call it a 15-minute break. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm considered the murder floof.
yes,
The
you are.
EMP, why do I have
Yes.
a feeling your character
I'll be right back.
and you are gonna be best friends?
As long as you don't steal my shiny.
All right, we are live.
I'll be
Okay,
nice, son.
actually, somewhat.
So,
Oh no.
the rogues.
Yeah.
I need all the rogues and the bird to make me active perception checks if they're going to be looking for marks to steal from.
This is looking well.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Don't let it steal from me.
Shit, bro.
It didn't go
Not.
through.
Okay. So each of the rogues, huh?
Try not to do this
Where's
again.
my vape?
Perception.
Perception.
Oh, not too bad. Let's see about Galceras.
Better than the one.
Jesus Christ!
I've done it over and over again. It won't connect.
My God, Galceras!
I went there. Did that. I turned it off. I turned it back on. But look, it won't find Foundry.
Well, your roll went through.
Oh,
Yeah.
where's Galceras' roll? 'Cause she
I did
rolled-
it in both. This one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Misty's roll went through.
Yeah, but I had to do it twice. The first time I tried it in D&D Beyond, but it won't connect for some reason.
Hmm. All right, so I'm seeing Marwin, Misty, and Bellenia.
Oh no, that's same one. It didn't show Galceras because Galceras rolled a 20.
No.
But I'll roll them both again because I think Bellinius didn't go through either.
No, Bellenia's did go through.
Oh, okay. Let's see if Galceras goes through this time.
All right, it did.
There it is. Damn.
I imported your sheet, so yeah, you can just do it from in-game.
Okay.
There you go, Potter.
So, all right. Starting from the top.
This out looks
Marwin, you
Yeah.
notice you notice an unattended apothecary kit just sitting on a stand.
Close it and don't pop it out.
Can I go get it?
Make me a sleight of hand check. And describe how you're going to grab it.
I want to slink in the shadows and grab it.
Well, okay, so it is a busy day. It is in the middle of the day, and it is a busy street. So it is the marketplace. There's people everywhere.
Okay. But I'm a stealthy little bugger because I'm a halfling too.
Okay, so go ahead and so if you're gonna use the if you're gonna be stealthing your way through the crowd and get into it, go ahead and make me a stealth check with advantage because of your small size, and then make me a sleight of hand check. You managed to snag the apothecary kit with no problem.
Haha. Okay.
Oh, by the way, Potter.
Hmm?
Both Galceras and Bellini are also small size.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
All right. Misty.
Yeah.
You notice a stand with you don't notice anything really shiny in particular aside from a few times people are trading with coins, but they're going, what you notice is they're going immediately into bags and or little lock boxes. But you do notice a stand with some really tasty looking kebabs.
Ooh, num num. Okay.
Oh my God. Num num.
What would you like to do?
I want to try to grab a couple. I had owls have silent feathers.
Okay,
Don't hear
so
them.
go ahead and make a stealth check at advantage. All right, so you managed to wing in quietly. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Oh, damn.
You swoop in and you grab a kebab with no issue whatsoever.
Yay. And
In fact,
yeah.
in fact, how it happens is the guy making the kebabs turns away for a second, and there's just this of feathers, and he turns around, and one of his kebabs is gone, and he's just kind of like, he slumps his shoulders. He just goes,
Oh, no. Not again.
I wonder how many up I can get away with. I just feel like messing with this guy.
Until you get caught and you're on the menu.
So, all right. I mean, go ahead, but just make the regular stealth check this time, because he's aware his kebab just got stolen now.
Okay. Damn it!
You fly down, and you're still kind of full from the other kebab. So you land a little bit heavily on there, and he turns around and goes, "Aw, were you a hungry little bird?" And he goes and he turns around and he's like, "Hold on just a moment." And he sits there and he turns around, and then there's a bowl of water and a bowl full of kebab meat. And he sets them in front of you and goes, "There you go, little birdie." And he pats your head.
Wow. He just became a pet.
I'm surprised he doesn't see my little arms.
You realize now you're gonna have to make it a point to every once in a while go back and visit him, or he's gonna think you abandoned him.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, it's a free meal.
All right.
Until
The little person who
So
quietly shoves as much meat into my tiny pouch as possible. But not looking like tiny hands come out. Pack away some meat.
he just kind of looks, and then he looks at the bottle. He looks at you as he sees you with your little arms. He looks at the bottle again. Then he turns around and he dumps the bottle upside down and goes, "That's enough of that."
I made him think he had too much to drink.
All right, Bellilenia.
Uh-huh.
13. You notice a pouch that looks like it could be like a lockpick set, but you're not sure, and it does seem to be near someone.
Okay.
And it's sitting on one of the market stands.
Okay.
And Galceris notices this drunk just kind of stumbling through, and he looks like he has a nice coin pouch on him. But you also notice a couple of kids following him.
Okay. I don't like you right now, Potter. Potter knows why. Yeah, Ferris and the fucking kids again. Yeah,
All right.
Potter.
So, what is Bellilenia going to do?
She's just gonna. I mean, are people looking at this pouch, or is it just sitting there?
It's just it's sort of just
I
sitting.
mean, said there are people around it. Like, how many people?
It's a it's a fairly it's got a couple people browsing the wares, and then the guy is he's sort of keeping an eye on the goods, but he's also dealing with a couple of customers.
Okay.
The rogues are getting their own little shenanigans playlist on my stream, by the way.
Oh, lovely.
We love you too, Potts.
I know, right? Let's see here. How many people are in the chat total?
Okay, so we got AC Hackwolf said, "Go for the food. Good job, little birdie. And whatever you do, do not take the child."
Maybe don't take the child.
What?
Huh?
Oh, that's what the person said in the chat.
Don't take the child?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Somebody in the Twitch chat.
Oh God, tell me. Is it Rigger?
No, act no, whoop.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, we're at Bellaletti first. How many people are in this shop total?
It's a stall. There's 2 or 3 people surrounding it, sort of interested in the stall, and then of course the person running the stall. So 4 people in total.
All right. So let's see. Let's see how we can pull this off. Okay, I have an idea.
All right. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to go ahead and try and plant something on somebody else to make it look like they're stealing, to get all attention off of where I'm at and what I'm planning on doing, so all eyes are off of that. Yes, I'm going to get somebody else in trouble. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what are you taking to plant on them?
What kind of stuff? What kind of wares are here?
It looks like your basic, sort of like a basic, sort of wilderness kit. There's like lock picks on display. You got some tinder boxes, some mess kits.
Okay.
It's your basic sort of accessories for quality of life.
Okay.
And they do appear to be well made from what you're able to tell.
Who looks the most shadiest in here besides me?
Make me a perception check.
Notice how I put that, Potter. Oh, shit.
So, oddly enough, as you're looking, you're noticing that the one person that is at the stand behind the other 2 is making motions and sort of speaking in almost like a thieves can't hand sign to the person behind them, signaling the one on the right as an easy mark.
Weird.
And so the guy at the stall that's running it begins to upsell his goods.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go talk to the easy mark.
He's gonna
And see what they're trying to buy.
He's gonna turn and look at you. He's like, "Can I help you with something?"
I'm just trying to see what they're buying and what you're haggling about. That's all.
Oh, never you mind, child. Never you mind. I'm just looking at this stuff, wondering whether or not it's worth putting any sort of effort into getting.
Well, how much is he charging you so far?
Well, this cooking set did look quite fancy, and I was thinking of going on a little niche adventure myself. And he was selling it. Oh, what did you say it was again, sir? And he goes, oh, why, sir, that is my finest set. That is 15 gold.
Potter, how fine does this look?
What?
How fine does this set look?
You know those blue coated cook sets that you can get for camping?
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's obviously got a couple of dents in it because it has been used.
Okay.
It's just this guy is an
idiot?
idiot. Yeah.
No, my friend. I think I saw the same one about 2 stalls down. And they were selling it for about 3 gold. I am lying through my fucking teeth.
Go ahead and make me a deception.
That would be a 21.
Let me see here. NPCs. Where's... I need to find that. D&D Beyond. Monsters. Commoner. There it is. Alright. And what did you roll? 21? Alright. Okay. I'm trying to... Oh, wait. Hold up. I'm trying to figure out how to roll this.
Insight.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to roll, but it's not rolling.
Okay. There. Now look over. I'll drop it in the monsters folder. Now it's in the normal monsters folder.
Ah.
You have to import it in, and then you can...
Oh, okay. Oh, he's just gonna go, oh, really? Alright, I think I'll go down and look at that. At this point, the two that are trying to hustle him just give you a dirty look.
What, gentlemen? At least if you're gonna try and hustle, at least don't make it obvious that the stuff is used. That's the hustle 101.
You don't get it, do you? That guy is an idiot. And we've been hustling him for weeks.
Well, how much have you gotten off of him so far?
Well, we're not going to get any more off of him now, thanks to you. We were... Never you mind now.
Ooh.
Poor babies.
Goes to pick up that little bag and just look at it and go, so, what would you have hustled him for with this? For this little item?
He looks at the lockpick set and looks at you. He goes, for your crap you just pulled, you cost us 15 gold. You owe us 15 gold for that.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't owe you a thing there, boy. You owe me. Because if I had so wanted to, I could have gotten you more. But you know, your buddy over there was sure as hell making it obvious, as she looks at him, to anybody of my craft, that you were definitely in a hustle. Now, what would have happened if the city watch or something had come across and seen you doing this?
He rolls his eyes. He goes, "Lady, this is Seraphall. If you're dumb enough to get caught in a hustle, no one gives a shit."
Well, apparently it wasn't a good hustle. As he just flicks the item. Yeah, she's gonna try and use the sleight of hand.
Okay. Go ahead and make a normal slide. Make a sleight of hand at disadvantage because he's watching you.
Okay. She wasn't trying anything fancy.
Yeah. You instead of you are trying to sit there and slide it into your, inconspicuously. Instead, you drop it on the ground.
Well, that was, yeah.
And as you drop it on the ground, the rotund commoner comes back. He goes, "They were sold out." So he turns around, he drops the bag of gold, and he goes, "I'll buy this one," and he grabs it and walks off.
Boy, he really is an idiot, isn't he? Are they paying attention to the gold now?
He just grabs his forehead and goes, "Just take the fucking lockpick set."
Thank you.
And next time, follow the rules.
Huh?
And next time, follow the rules. When you see a hustle going, let the hustle go through. And then after the hustle goes through, talk business. Talk particulars. Trade tips. We're all in this together.
Here's a tip. Don't go after small chump change then. And she just walks out with the lockpick set. Because she already knew what was going on and she already had a plan to get it. And she got it for free.
Okay. Alright, so, Galceris.
Mm-hmm.
You notice the rich-looking drunkard with the two kids that are following.
Okay. Do the kids look like they're up to something?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, does he have a belt pouch, a money pouch, or anything on him?
It's a money pouch.
Does it look like it's pretty heavy?
It's got a bit of a sag to it. It's not really that full, but it does have some stuff in it.
Does he have anything else on him that looks valuable?
He does have on him one of those pistols that's on his waist.
Oh.
Yeah, he's wandering drunk and he's armed.
Really? Oh, we're gonna have some fun with this one. Galceris is just gonna slightly walk over and just bump into him by accident.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
I gotta bring her up. Give me a second. Oh no, she wasn't trying to steal nothing at this point. She's just bumping into him.
Oh. Okay then.
Yeah, she wasn't trying to do anything. I didn't say she was trying to take nothing. She's just bumping into him at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I have my plans.
Okay.
I'm gonna get two birds with one stone.
So you bump into him and he goes, "Oi."
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry, milady. And he bows and about falls over.
So she goes ahead and goes and holds him and points to the kids and points to the money pouch as she's trying to hold him up, and she's just basically telling the kids, "Come on, get involved."
The kids walk up and they just kind of undo the knot very easily. It's a slip knot. It's pretty much a slip knot holding that pouch on. And they grab the pouch and they go, "Thanks, lady," and then they disappear into the crowd.
It's fine. I'm after something else. I'm after the guns. So, how fucked up is he right now?
He about fell over trying to bow to you.
Now is when she tries to go ahead and grab the gun.
Okay, make me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
At disadvantage because you're also holding him up. So he's got his whole weight. You're small, he's medium, and he's also drunk, so it's drunk weight.
That's some bullshit.
You're holding him up. You're the one that decided to hold on to him and hold him up.
One was a 12. One was. I forget what one was.
16. So, yeah, he's drunk. He doesn't really notice, per se, that you take the pistol.
Mm-hmm. Is there a place she can lean him up again?
I mean, there's the nearby pillar.
Sure, we'll just lean him up against that.
All right.
And then just make sure he's okay. And just head off in the crowd.
All right. All right, so
You
we're
and those
gonna...
damn kids, though, Potter. I really don't like you. I saw what you were doing with that, too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, sure you
Uh-huh.
See, even Anthea knows what you're talking about.
Okay.
Anybody that was in the first campaign with Rigger knows exactly what you're talking about, you shit.
I remember my first time playing with you guys with Galceris's kids.
That's fucking hilarious. Y'all come back and there's nothing but children. You're going to hell.
Okay. Oh, ACA. Okay, Hack Wolf. Okay, so our previous campaign that we did, Galceris pretty much took in a bunch of a previous version of Galceris, a variant of her, took in a bunch of orphans and made a thief ring. Taught them how to steal and how to survive on the streets.
If anybody has seen Game of Thrones, they were these were her sparrows.
And you essentially ran into this world's version.
Yes. I don't like you no more.
You're on a continent with criminals. Everyone is involved.
Potter, I almost thought about going ahead and telling the kids to wait a second. We need to talk, and I was going to bring them in.
All right. So
everybody's ready for that, though.
No. They would have denied, well, they're already part of a group, so. All right. Reyna, who's at Spirit Sanctuary.
Oh, I didn't ask her. I figured that's where she head off to, is find Leroy.
Oh no, yeah.
All
That
right.
was definitely where I was headed to next.
So you get there, and you run into Shaman Brownstone, talking to this, geriatric, like he looks like a strong breeze could blow him over. old.
Hey, Potter, when you get a chance, tell me what that pistol was.
It's just an ordinary pistol. Nothing special
Okay.
about it.
Okay.
What
But
makes what makes the pistol special is the silver bullets.
That she didn't grab any of, did she?
No, she didn't.
But she has some.
Okay. Reyna, you see Shaman Brownstone talking with a geriatric, like ancient strong breeze could blow him over, old man in a gray cloak.
Brownstone, how are you?
Oh, hello there. It's nice to see you again. You're the druid, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rhea.
Oh yeah, Leroy. This is the druid I was telling you I ran into. And what's your name again, dear?
Rhea.
Rhea, this is Leroy Brown.
Nice to meet you, Leroy.
He sits there and he puts up a horn to his ear. He goes, "Hey!"
I said, nice to meet you, Leroy.
Oh, thank you. You know, you hang around the Thunderbird one too many times, and you start getting this constant ringing in your ears. I think the healers are calling it tinnitus or something.
I came trying to look for some armor.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're looking for some of that, all natural stuff, no metal added on, huh?
Correct.
Oh, yeah, okay, alright. Might have a spare set in this place somewhere. He stands up and he sort of shuffles along slowly, like agonizing. You are bored out of your mind, keeping pace with him. And he goes over to this shrine with a Thunderbird on it. And he opens the box at the base of it and he reaches in, pulls out this leather, sort of a leather shirt with like bone fastenings on it. And he goes, "It's not much, but it might get the job done." And you have just received padded armor made out of leather, wool, and bone.
So basically a leather spray bone studded armor.
Yeah, it's padded armor.
Oh, just padded armor?
Yeah, it's a padded armor. Okay, so yeah, Anthea's back. But yeah, back to Reyna for a bit. He's also gonna sit there and he's gonna reach in and he's gonna hand you a little silver figurine of the Thunderbird, and he goes, "You want to take that and use those campsites as you come across them. There's not a whole lot of them. Something keeps destroying them, and we keep on having to put them back up. But you put that in the bowl, you light the candles, you channel some magic through it, and you should be able to sleep at night without having to worry about watching your back."
Okay, thank you.
And then he kind of he sneezes, and you hear this crack. He goes, "Oh, my back!"
Put his back out on a sneeze.
Oh my god.
I'm done.
The old guy that they're talking about, he just sneezed and blew out the back. But Dad will be back in a bit. He kind of spilled coffee on his
I'm sorry.
No, you're not, Potter. Oh, God, sneezed, he blew his back out. Damn, Potter, that's fucked up. God damn, that makes us old people. That makes us guys that are older feel bad because some of us have probably done that.
I did that the other day.
Is that how you
Is that
promote
why you
your
said something?
Yeah, that's why I did that. Someone's gonna share my misery, and if it's gonna be an NPC, it will be an NPC.
That
He
is
is
so
going
wrong,
geriatric
Potter.
one.
put that in because he did that the other day. He sneezed and threw out a back. So it's like someone's got to share the pain, even if it's gonna be an NPC.
And as he does this, you see this younger-ish person in a gray cloak come up, and he sits there and he does something, and he shoves really hard into the lower back, and you hear this crack, and he goes, "Oh."
Realign the spine.
I will just fix that right up.
Rhea just shivers a little bit.
He goes, and he sits there, and then Leroy grabs Raina by the hand, and he goes, "You be careful out there. There's something out there that can kill a Thunderbird. And we don't know what."
Call the sneeze.
And then he kind of turns around and goes, I'm tired. I need to sleep for a bit."
Yeah, you just blew your damn back out.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Roy. And thank you for the armor.
Is his last name Jenkins by chance?
No, it's Brown.
Nope, Brown. Leroy
I was
Brown.
waiting for it to be
Slow
Jenkins.
down, Leroy Brown.
Yep.
Potter, you can't stop giggling though.
So Rhea turns to Shaman Brownstone and decides to ask a little bit about Thunderwatch and what it is.
Basically, it's a group of druids that got together, saw the Thunderbird, how they interacted with the world around it. It would bring rains. Rains would, keep the lands fertile. I'm not a druid. I don't know much about this stuff, but I do know that
Emotional damage.
the Thunderbirds are spirits connected deeply with the land, and they're the ones that bring the rains and the storms and keep the land from dying. And there used to be 2 Thunderbirds. One is missing. But the Thunderwatch, their job, all the druids got together, along with some of the shamans of my tribes, and they decided they would make it their job to watch over, follow, and protect the Thunderbird, along with the continent that they have now found to call themselves their place home.
So you guys are basically the protectors of the Thunderbirds.
Yes, they are. They protect the Thunderbird, they protect the nature of this place, they even interact with some of the less rambunctious spirits at times in lieu of shamans because, well, we're few and far between now. Something's been hunting us down as well.
Or someone.
Something?
We don't know. Shamans just go missing. We think it's the Wampus Cats, but we couldn't tell you for sure. But enough about that depressing stuff, dear. I'm assuming you're getting armor because you took a job or something.
Oh, Just in case we do, I would like to be prepared. I don't know what the rest of my team or what the rest of them up to. They all gathered in the mark. I was directed here to get natural armor because as a druid, I don't know metal.
Yes, he nods. He goes, that makes sense. That does make sense. Also, if you were to join the Thunderwatch, metal is counterproductive to have on you.
Right.
Especially, considering that you do find yourself in close proximity to the Thunderbird at times. And, yeah.
I'm also looking to maybe potentially upgrade my staff at some point. Do you know where I would potentially go to do that?
I mean, you could always make a journey to Thunderwatch. Many druids, whether they're Thunderwatch or not, do a pilgrimage to the Thunderbird Mountains.
Thunderbird Mountains?
They're far to the north, right on the southern edge of the Howling Forest.
Don't do it.
Let's do it.
I may, I may have to do that myself, being a druid and all, and I do want to protect nature and everything about it, and if you are saying, if one Thunderbird is already missing, you guys just have the one to still keep protecting, I wouldn't mind helping. So yeah, I just might make that pilgrimage myself.
Alright. He goes, hold up. And he goes around, he comes back, and he hands you a leather hood. Or, not, a wool hood, it's gray. And he goes, it's tradition to carry some sort of gray clothing when you go on that pilgrimage. In honor of the Thunderwatch.
I am honored to accept this, thank you.
Alrighty. Now go on to the market. I'm sure your friends are getting in some sort of trouble. They seem like the type.
One bit. That would not surprise me one bit.
Just call all of them out while you're
I go in my hand and I thank Shaman Brownstone, shake his hand, and I head off to the market.
Alrighty. Alright, so Anthea wanted to find rum. You find, because it is a continent full of criminals, throw a rock in a random direction, you're going to hit a stall that is selling alcohol.
Is there one? Okay. Wait a second.
Oh, Lord.
Are there any of them that are currently distracted?
Oh, yeah.
Make me a perception check.
As we're all going, fuck.
It wouldn't be my character without me having some rum.
That is true.
I so.
Fuck.
Okay, so you see a stall that is just surrounded by people, and it is very, very busy. And the poor kid just looks overwhelmed, the kid that's running it, and he is just swamped with customers.
Here comes Anthea.
Okay.
And on one of the things on display is a bottle of rum that very obviously came from the continent you guys were shipped away from. Judged based solely on the very careful craftsmanship of the bottle, rather than the other ones, which seem a little bit more rough. While they're fine, they're not they're not the crystalline of this other bottle.
Anthony, I love that mine.
Alright, so go ahead. Make me a... You're small, there's a huge crowd. Make me a stealth check advantage. Okay, so you manage to get in, squeeze in through the crowd, and you read the bottle label. With your character's knowledge of alcohol, you are looking at possibly one of the few most expensive types of rum that has ever been found on your home continent, literally being sold for a single gold coin.
What to do?
Well, the sign next to it says it's a gold coin.
I think okay, so this stall is very, very busy. So
yes, and the poor kid is swamped with trying to help people. They all seem interested in the other rum. And the whiskey and the beer.
Everybody else seems interested in the other rums?
They're interested in the other rum, whiskey, beer, ales. There's some wine.
Can I do a sleight of hand then at advantage?
Oh shit.
Yes.
Oh Lord. Here it comes. The resident drunk is on the loose.
You manage to grab it, but a couple of people in the crowd notice, but they don't say anything. Because you also see them.
Is it mine then?
Yes, it's yours.
Yes.
He doesn't got the one about that. She's like, "Is it mine then?" He didn't care about the people. She wants to know if she got the rum.
That's why she...
Well, he already said that nobody said anything, so I'm guessing it's mine now.
Yeah. All right. So, okay, for the group that was at the armory, you're coming down here to stock up on
rations
and things like that. And Raina's meeting with you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drag Raina over here.
Oh, I want to set up a little dice to make some money.
You're gonna set up what?
A dice game.
A dice game and make some money. Okay, all right. So, all right. You know what? Make me an active perception check.
Okay. Damn it. I gotta pull up my fucking character. Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. Hello. Why won't it roll?
Because it wants to be a dick.
I'm just gonna roll a wisdom. Knowledge check. Normal. Nah.
Yeah, you don't really see any other people doing dice games. So you could go ahead and find you spot an empty table
Okay.
So what are you doing to attract attention to your dice game?
I'm just gonna be like a fucking carnival barker. Right up, take
Hey,
it, roll the dice.
Can I get in on that and basically be the person to help guide people in for you?
Ah,
So as you start saying that,
why not?
this okay, so Anthea's helping?
Yep.
Sure,
Okay.
why not?
Anthea walks. Anthea and you are tag teaming, and up walks this very rotund looking rich guy holding a cooking set.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
He goes, "Is that a dice game I see?"
Yeah, you want to come try your luck?
Ooh, yeah, sure. How much how much to get in on this?
10
Why
gold.
only 2 gold coins, sir?
Two gold coins. Wow, that's a steal. He places 2 gold coins. He's like, what do I have to roll in order to get these?
Well, you have to beat the young lady's roll here.
Alrighty.
She's the reigning winner at the table. You have to beat her roll.
Okay then. Alright. Alright, so Anthea, go ahead and roll me 2d6s.
Okay.
Tell me you're using loaded dice.
And then how do I do that with
Foundry, just click on the little square at the bottom of the chat twice.
Okay.
And then hit roll. A 7.
Not a bad roll.
That is not a bad roll. That's actually the game I was thinking of. Roll a 7 or an 11.
Yep, 7-11.
Yep. And he goes, oh. He sits there, he's like, he sits there and he shakes the dice and he grabs the dice with his meaty hand and he's sitting there, he's like shaking them and he goes, oh, this is gonna be fun. He goes, oh, I matched it. Oh, what does that mean?
You got her roll. You only matched it.
Oh.
You had to roll better.
Oh, okay. He takes out another 2 gold. And he takes out another 2 gold and he places it and he goes, let's roll again. This is fun.
Hey, do the other 2 see what's going on at this point?
Yeah, you sort of ended up gravitating together. You see this.
The 2 other rogues are gonna get in on this and help out on this camp. Well, at least help characters.
Oh, winner. You rolled a 12.
Who did?
Merwin. Anthea's character. He rolled a 12. He rolled an 8.
Oh, okay. I need you to make me a deception check at advantage.
Who?
Because this is 7-11.
Who needs to make that roll?
Both you and Ghost. Either one. Whoever has the higher of the modifier.
I have a +4.
Yeah, I have a +4 for charisma too.
Okay. All right.
Roll it.
All right, a 15 to
You're 8.
a commoner's
4.
He just kind of goes, oh, shucks. And suddenly you hear over the crowd, he goes, Timothy, where are you? He goes, oh no, I'm in trouble. She goes, and you see this, and you see this little old lady walk up and grab him by the ear and goes, "I swear, you're always wandering off buying the weirdest shit. Let's go. We're going home." As he's just complaining, going, "Ma, it hurts."
Wow.
Only you, Potter. Only you can turn something like that
into that.
Yeah.
Oh, regular is just as good.
I never played with Nick Burger, so.
So you ended up getting you ended up getting 4 gold out of the whole thing.
All right, I'll toss a gold to Anthea for her help.
All right, so so you did, because you took a job from the Seraphall Rangers. They did give you a writ of proof that you were doing a job for them. That's the only clue. That's the only clue that I'm giving you on that. And you are in the market. And you're all together now.
I think he's trying to tell us to hurry up and get
That's fucking teamwork.
I don't need to do any work right now.
I want to do our job.
Right, he's trying to force us to go do a job that we just got.
Well,
the 3 rogues signing up for this. We were at the market. Along with the owl.
The
Wrong.
responsible
You were
members
at-
of the party signed you up.
Yeah, the responsible members of the party signed you up for a job to help you earn some money.
Yes, I understand that, but until they tell us this, we don't know. Now, do we?
You were also at the library.
We never
Which is
got
where we
signed
No,
up
the
for it.
the armory is where you officially got the job and heard the details of the job.
Okay.
Yeah, and the rest weren't there.
What's the slurpy?
So what is the, so as far as the people that were at the armory, are you going to tell everyone about the job?
Sure, why not?
Yep. I'm gonna look over here at the ranger and go, "You're the one who wanted to go kill people. You tell him." Well, I can still see your.
Wait, did he?
What you mean still see?
Did you say that out loud?
Yes.
Y'all, Sarah perks up and goes, "Well, people, when?"
Now, if we want to go.
In about 4 days' time, or 5.
4 to 5 days walk.
Oh no, we can't have that. There's got to be a faster way to get to this place.
You got ideas? We're prone to hear them.
Hey, Bert, have you seen any animals for riding in your flight? Or are you still eating out of a guy's booth?
Exactly.
Have you seen any stables, Bird?
Who knows?
Take your shiny if you don't tell us.
I ain't got it shiny yet, man.
You got meat.
She got meat and food, and she got head pats.
Wait. Who just said they'll take the shiny? No, who said that? Seriously.
Well,
the ranger.
The ranger? Oh, the ranger has at least 2 rogues looking at you with death stares.
It's not the first time, and it won't be the last.
So,
So
you know what? Because she would have been flying around and she has the owl sight, you would have and because you walked in, you would have noticed that there was a stable towards the entrance of the city.
Oh.
Over here? We passed one when we made it here, you dumbass.
Maybe we should go see if we can secure a different kind of mode of travel besides our feet.
All right, so so that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go talk to the stable.
Yes.
Well, I know Lenny and Galceris are. I don't know if anybody else is following.
I'm pretty sure we're all following, man.
Okay. All right. So you get to the stable, and he's like, and you see some horses, but and you see the stable hands, and there's also a sort of a metal thing stamped into the post outside the stable that has the symbol of the Seraphall Rangers and the Seraphall Knights on it.
Okay.
Well, then I'm gonna walk up and show them the writ from the Seraphall Rangers that we took the job, and I'm gonna ask them for a few horses and a cart to carry us.
Like, all right, yeah. We can do that, and we can also get you. Where are you headed?
Well, we took the job to end the bandit problem along the road.
The Lake Town Bandit job. Got it. Okay, so, all right, I can get you. Let's see. That'll be He looks at the map and he's like, So that's so 4 days walking. I'd say a day and a half riding in the cart. I can get you. I'll get you weeks of rations for all of you. And
include rum.
You got a bunch of rum.
No, Merwin, it does not include rum.
and he's
no.
And he's
it includes grog.
Because it's got to keep the water fresh and bacteria free. So yeah, there is grog.
Okay.
But he sits there and goes, so, and he writes out on this form and he goes, all right, so this bill says that whenever you get to the next outpost with that sign, you show them this, or if you come back here, you turn in the cart and the horse, and you don't have to pay for it. You do have to end up paying for the rations, though, but that will be after the fact, and it will just be deducted from the pay that you would get on this job.
Okay.
Very well. Question in 2 parts. Part 1, what is the pay for the job? Part number 2, what are the rations going to cost?
The pay for the job is, aside from any officially marked goods, anything that you find there is yours for the taking. The other part of the payment is, we do, how much was the running rate again for bandits' heads? And he shouts inside, and you hear from inside the stable, he goes, it's 6 gold a head. And that has to be proven.
Oh, so we can chop off their heads then. Good.
Oh no.
And grab my good axe. Okay. Point me in the direction.
And he goes, their IDs will work just fine.
Oh
no.
We'll bring it back.
You just see me just pout. Fine.
Or if you don't mind waiting for pay, because some people are weird like that, we send out a ranger to investigate the area, and then they report back, and then you get paid.
No, we're not doing that option.
Have the motherfucker come with us.
Okay, good. You're not insane.
I'm bringing back the head. Oh, we're insane because they took the job.
Well, see, you bring back the head, you put them on a post outside of the town, and any other person which wants to become a bandit would know, maybe not a good idea.
Not to do it.
Yeah, not to do it.
Glad the Impaler.
So,
I got 6 javelins.
and he goes, with these particular ones, I heard they killed a couple of rangers, so I don't think they would mind if you were extra heavy-handed on this one. Seraphall Rangers are a
bring back their heads. Good.
tight-knit group.
We're no longer the murder hobo. You are now the drunken murder hobo.
Yep.
I get to take skulls.
So.
I get to put holes in skulls.
Yeah. Well.
All right. So,
where
that
this
being
part is
said,
going.
you guys get loaded up on the cart, and you're all ready and set out. And that being said, the cave, plus all the information you've learned on the continent, and with your gear, congratulations, you are all now level 5.
Yay.
Yes.
And we'll start off next week with your next part of your adventure. Because with Reyna's little statue, you will find that you will find a rest area, and you'll be able to rest safely. So we'll start off with the bandit fortress. That being said, we're going to close out for the night. So for those of you who are watching, thank you for thank you for putting up with all the shenanigans. And remember, the Remington retirement plan is not an option. I expect to see you here next week. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Hey, Potter, I'm